Okay guys, so this is the Subaru that was towed into our lot this morning without any prior information. So the customer called me and so he said that he was having codes P0011, which is a cam code, and then he also said he had an issue with the starter. So we tried to get the starter to work. What happens is when you key it over, you can hear that the starter's not engaging. You can hear it spinning, but it's not engaging. So first order of business was push the car in and replace the starter. So we replaced the starter and we went to go crank it. And the car cranks over and it just makes a thud. And right then and there, I knew that the motor was no good. But just to check it anyways, I went ahead and came out here and I put a ratchet onto the crank pulley. And as you can see, I can't manually turn it, so the motor's locked up. Now here's the problem. The problem is that this customer, after I told him the problems, he was like, oh yeah, there was a pretty bad oil spot that was on the ground, and you know, the car had made all these funny noises, blah, 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 blah. Had he told me this ahead of time, I would not have wasted time on the starter at all. Yes, granted, he's going to need a new starter anyways, but you know, he's got bigger fish to fry at the moment, which is going to be a new motor. But so it's really important, guys, to kind of give whoever's working on your car a lot of detail, because realistically, had he told me all that prior, again, I wouldn't even have bothered doing the starter. My first step would have been just to rotate the crank and see if the motor's any good, if it even turns. Had I done that, he wouldn't be out, you know, the $300 on a starter, labor, and diagnostics. So just for future reference, man, just be honest with your mechanic. Tell them everything that you think that is pertinent to them, and they can diagnose they can diagnose your car better, faster, and in the long term will save you money. You know, again, this guy's going to need a new motor, but you know, had he told me all that and we did the motor, I would have basically done the starter for no charge, you know, because you got to pull the starter to pull the motor anyways. I would have just simply charged him for the part, and that would have saved him the, you know, 1 hour of labor that he's going to pay for no reason.